Hello, this is Theolyn again. Bridge of Stars, number 14, I think we've got to. And I'm creating this series to support us all, you and me and everyone we know might like to drop in, to inspire people and to get to understand that there are stars as guides. Physical stars in the sky represent or connect with, you know the saying, as above, so below. Well, as without, so within. So when we get in touch with the stars in our heart, we get guidance. And that's what the angel script cards are about. So right now, we need the guidance, we need the inspiration, we need the stars to make us feel like there's some kind of unfolding of meaning going on, because otherwise we can end up feeling like, well, what was the point of it all? We were all rushing around, it was frenetic, we were full of anxieties, do this, do that, go to this shop, go to this school at the right time to pick the children up. All of a sudden something is saying to us, you don't actually need to do it like that. And then you sit back and say, oh, well, what does that leave me with? Who am I? What can I find as a resource inside myself instead of thinking that all the resources are out there? That's what meditation is about. It's delving deep to go in to find what's within you. There's an amazing quotation from Carl Jung that I love. And I don't know exact date when he said this or wrote this, but I think it was in the time, because he died in the 60s, and he was just about still alive when the Americans were doing what they call the space race to get to the moon. And he said that this space race was just an escape, because it is easier to go to the moon or to Mars than it is to examine your own being. And I don't know why he used the word easier, but it's something about it feels safer to look at the outside world instead of looking at the inside world. It's more tangible. We've been taught by science and by philosophers over many, many years that which is real is measurable and it's outside of you. But what is really real is what is inside you. And what is going on inside you will be mirrored by what happens in your life. So, the character for today, the angel script character for today, is called the Crucible. And I've always thought that this looks like a chalice. And the line in the middle comes down, it drops down into the chalice as a resource of divine light. It's just channeling down into this cup. And you can see yourself as the cup, waiting to receive the light which drops inside. It's like a holy grail. It's like a chalice in a communion ceremony. And it reassures us that there is something available to us all the time. So let me just give you a bit of a quote from the book. You are being offered a cup of divine refreshment. This is a gift of health and strength. The chalice of divine love heals your soul and your body and is available to you at all times. Even in times of darkness or uncertainty, there is a light waiting to show you the way. You can claim these gifts of love and light whenever you meditate, and they will refresh you throughout the day. It is a chalice filled with divine light, and it's available to all of us as a birthright. And it's that quest for this divine refreshment, this holy grail, this elixir of life that features in so many mythologies, so many ancient stories of the quest. And the quest is usually started when some kind of hero, heroine, finds there's a call, and the call happens because something has changed. Something where this person was moseying along, doing what they do in their life, following all kinds of things they've been told they should do, and then something changes. And this is the position we're in right now. Something really big has changed, and it's the jigsaw puzzle pieces have all been scattered, and we're desperately trying to put them back together. And you personally must put it back together for yourself within the framework of what is going on. There are big players in this story, very big players, masters of the universe, you could call them. They are global companies, tech companies, governments, people who are concerned about the economy. They are going to try and shape the future. And that's understandable because we do need good economic structures. But those structures must support everybody. And you as an individual, and me and my family, we must consider what we would like to envision for our future. What is our quest? What does it mean to us to find our Holy Grail? So, because this is recorded for a Tuesday, I'm going to show you the Tuesday Archangel. There. Here he comes. Right. A very challenging image. A lot of people who come first to these cards are quite taken aback by Hanael. Okay, so Hanael is about victory. On the tree of life, Hanael stands in the place of victory. And his energetic field is, as you can see, this kind of intensity of high energy. And he's like a spiritual warrior. He is a knight in shining armour. He is going to go out and do the business. He is a quester, but he's got the energy for the quest. You can have a quest in your mind, and it can be a mental quest. It can go out into other realms, imagining things. But in order to make it actually happen, you need this willpower, this force field of assertiveness, right? So in many respects, Hanael has got the energy that we think of with Mars, which is the red planet, of course. And Mars in the Norse pantheon is Tu. So that's why it's Tuesday. Of course, in French, Tuesday is called mardi. So let us welcome the spiritual warrior into our life. Let us take up arms. They don't have to be physical arms, swords or, Excalibur or anything like that. They have to be a sense of purpose, a sense of drive, a force field focused on finding the Holy Grail. That's what I've got for you today in the way of a character and an archangel. Oh, and by the way, if you want to find out more about Hanael, don't forget, I'm supposed to say this every time, don't forget, join the Path Working with Archangels free course. It's beginning today. And a few days down the line, we will be talking about Hanael. So, what is the quote from the Bridge of Stars? I'll find it for you. This is called Song of Beauty. It's a Native American Navajo song. The voice that beautifies the land. The voice above, the voice of thunder. Thunder among the dark clouds. Again and again it sounds. The voice that beautifies the land. The voice that beautifies the land. The voice below. The voice of the grasshopper among the flowers and grasses. Again and again it sounds. The voice that beautifies the land. I thought the bit about the thunder was very suitable for Hanael, although he is Mars and Tew. He's not Thor. He's not the god of thunder, actually. He is the god of purpose. So find your purpose. While you're in lockdown, do lots of inner work, whatever you like to use. Tarot cards or dowsing or inner journeying. And don't forget to join Pathworking with Archangels, because during that course you can drop in questions into the comments and I can give you some feedback, and please share it with your friends. Stay joyful, and I'll come back tomorrow with another character and another archangel. Blessings.